Did Trump take on the Clinton cash machine? He's responding to his critics, saying that he won't raise as much as Hillary Clinton would, won't need to in the general election, tweeting out, "Good news is my campaign has perhaps more cash than any campaign in the history of politics because I stand 100% behind everything we do." So in other words, he's rich. He can, chip in with his own money if needed. And Foster Friess is chipping in on all this. Has now become, I believe, an official Trump donor. And boy, it's good to see you, Foster, by the way. I wonder whether Trump can raise traditionally. I know he was out west on the West Coast doing it. Can he raise enough money traditionally where he won't have to dip in first? I guess it's around $1 billion, they figure, right?
Connell McShane, good to see you this morning, lad. It reminds me of the time my wife and I got turned around in Ireland. We asked an old Irish guy, "What's the quickest way to the O'Reilly Museum?" And he paused. He says, "You driving or you be walking?" "We're driving." It's the quickest way. It's the quickest way.
That's it. Very good.
So I think the important thing about the Trump campaign is look what he's done already in terms of the media he gets without spending a dollar. And that's going to continue. When he starts articulating his views of Hillary Clinton's shortcomings, you're going to have enough coverage that there's not going to be any room for ads. And I think the American public kind of get turned off by the ads. So Donald Trump, I don't think he's going to have to dip that much into his money. And there's a lot of us out there who realize how important it is. And the number one issue is who is going to appoint the next three Supreme Court justices, and that's the bottom line, and that's going to allow Donald Trump to get in a lot of money.
Well, it's interesting because it does kind of, if you're right, I mean, the math does change, right? Because some people said, oh, you need $1.5 billion to run in the general, and then Trump comes on and says, no, it's more like $1 billion. It sounds like you're saying it may not even be that much because of that free media, and he enjoyed so much of it in the primary. He enjoyed a lot of it today, by the way, with this news conference. But the idea that he doesn't need to spend as much as the average candidate. What do you think the number really is?
Well, I don't know what that number is, but I do believe that there's going to be a lot of his supporters talking it up with other people because people are very eager to find someone who can cut through the morass we've had in gridlock and government. You know, and a good little tale how Trump can get things done. Story, he goes in the restaurant and said, "I like some toast." The waiter says, "I'm sorry, it's 11 a.m. We don't serve toast any after 11 a.m. And he hands him a menu for luncheon. Trump looks at the menu and says, "Hey, I'll order that tuna fish sandwich. I'd like it toasted and hold the tuna." That's all he does think.
They got a lot of stories today, right? You do that one in an Irish accent, and you might have a stand-up routine on your hands there, Foster. You can go on the road, maybe, or maybe you'll be this. You could be this running mate, by the way. You know, if you keep those types of lines up that he hasn't picked yet.
He's asked me 3 times. I've turned it down twice. And give me a little advice. Should I accept the 3rd invite or not?
No, why not? Why not? You'd make a good attack dog, right? I don't know.
Yeah, but Colin, I have an extra talent nobody knows. Cavuto doesn't even know this. I'm starting to develop songs. I don't have the lyrics of the melody yet, but I have a redneck song that says, "I'm so miserable since you left, it's almost as if you're still here."
I don't even know. I don't even know. Let me see. If someone get Dagan on the line, please, maybe we can get her to rule on that, right? So I'm not sure. This might be better than me making any comments on it. That was quite an appearance. I think Neil would actually be very proud of you, Foster. I don't know how he'd feel about the way I handled it, but yeah, maybe you bring your fiddle next time.
Very well.
A little Irish music.
If I were Cavuto, I'd be a little bit worried, Connell. You're pretty
I'm sure he's shaking in his boots. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure he's really worried. Good to see you. Thank you very much. Foster Friess was really ready for us today, right?